Hello, everybody, and welcome back. When talking about gaslighting, we often think of someone being unfaithful, but there are many different kinds of scenarios when talking about gaslighting. And chances are, if you feel like someone is gaslighting you, then it's not just you, and it's most likely happening. Now, of course, there are people out there, there are folks that are extremely paranoid, but we're not talking about them. They are the exception to the rule. I'm not including them in this conversation. And after excluding all the paranoid people, right? Because there are paranoid people that are always paranoid. But when we exclude the paranoid people, yes, of course, there are exceptions to the rule. But chances are, if you're feeling that someone is gaslighting you, especially if it comes out of nowhere, then it's happening. And even if we cannot prove it, we shouldn't be made to feel that way in the first place. That is a red flag within itself. Okay? I believe that actions speak louder than words always, 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 always. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Gaslighting is most commonly relatable in relationships. If someone is being unfaithful, or if you're trying to progress a relationship in the early stages and the person that you're seeing is not ready to take it to the next step, even though it's been a really long time and they give you some lame reason. But keep in mind that gaslighting can very much occur in non-romantic situations with friends, family, coworkers, business associates, bosses, etc. A lot of folks listening might ask, well, what is your point? The point is to reassure that if you're a victim of gaslighting, then you're not crazy. Because what the predator does is make you feel like you are, and they make you believe that it's all in your head when it truly isn't. A person should always trust their gut. I'm not saying someone's gut is always 100% accurate, but if a person's feeling a certain way, they shouldn't ignore it. They shouldn't ignore their senses. They should at the very least, look into it. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't pay attention to their senses or their gut. And what sucks is that the gaslighters, they scramble with the person's mind, with their intuition, with their instincts, with their ability to think rationally for their own selfish gain. And people are afraid to, they're afraid to confront the issue. They're afraid to trust their gut and their senses because of what they might find out. Because they believe that the solution is impossible, but it's seemingly impossible. It's not necessarily impossible. Here's the definition of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to sow self-doubt and confusion in their victim's mind. Typically, gaslighters are seeking to gain power and control over the other person by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and intuition. In conclusion, the solution can be anything that feels right to you. Some people are okay with the arrangement. Some people understand with what's going on and they're okay with being the victim, kind of like Stockholm Syndrome. Personally, I have no tolerance for gaslighting. As soon as I feel like I'm a victim, a potential victim of someone gaslighting me, I just get out of the situation. Okay? I believe that no one should be exposed to such toxicity. And trying to make sense of all of it and staying longer in the situation than you should is like beating a dead horse. There's no point. And as far as the abuser goes, listen, you're not going to change people. The only way people will change is if they actually have the desire to want to change themselves. If they deceived you once, they're going to deceive you again. You cannot control anybody but yourself. So, you should make the best possible decision for you. That's what a person should do with all things considered. Thank you. Until next time.